Hello and welcome to Manuel Goes Racing, and today we're taking a look at a few of the bits and pieces that have come up in the Raceroom in the last week or two. First off, as you can see on the screen here, we have the Cupra Simracing series. Now this is a single car series over 13 races and over roughly 21 weeks, and I'm assuming they're doing their usual, which will be if you're in the top whatever in the leaderboard, I can't remember the exact details, you will get to race in a multiplayer race and win things. Now, like I said, that's 13 races and there's a leaderboard for every single one, and if you actually take part and put time on every single leaderboard, you get to keep the car at the end of the 13 race series. So every week and 2 days or whatever it is they're running each one for, go in, stick a time in, get a free car. To be honest, trying to remember to do all 13 weeks or 13 races might prove a bit of a pain in the bum, but I'll try. Free is good, free is a good price. Now additionally, also the other day they introduced the Porsche Carrera Cup Deutschland car, which I'm not sure if it's actually any difference to the Porsche GT3 Cup car, although I can't remember what year the GT3 Cup car is. This is supposed to be, I believe, in 2019. As you can see, I only bought the one skin, but it drives just about like the other GT3 Cup car, so I couldn't tell a lot of difference between them. So as always, if you want it, buy it. If you don't, but you can always test it, this being Raceroom. But most of all, they've introduced the GTE class, which at the moment only has the one car, which is the 2019 RSR, which they used for their Porsche competition the other week at Spa. And we'll just load that up. And the other thing that's just dropped is the Daytona International track, which is can I spell? Yeah, it's over there. 3 variants. The Speedway version, which as it says is not supported. When it says not supported, it means basically I think there's no AI on it, so you should presumably still be able to race multiplayer on it. Not 100% sure, haven't tried, but it's there. I did just have a quick play with the formerly US car, and there is no sort of speedway version of that, so you'd have to run it in like its road version, and you can't actually set positive cambers for the left hand side. So if you wanted to run a really asymmetric setup with sort of negative camber on one side, positive on the other, that way, you can't. I think 0 is the best you can do on the back and -2 on the front or something. So you can't actually run what I think is a proper setup. Me not being a setup merchant, I couldn't guarantee that. Second is the motorcycle version of the road course, and the motorcycles don't run round both ends of the banking, they only run round like the second set of banking. I can't think that I've ever actually run on that track on anything, or have I? I might have done, I might not, I can't remember. My memory's going, you know. But yeah, it's another interesting variant. Obviously just a bit more infield to play with, or a slightly different section of the infield to play with, so you rejoin the track after the first bank section, and then there's the standard road course that everybody knows and presumably loves, or if you don't love it, what you doing getting it. And we'll have a drive around it. I'm just going to do a couple of laps in the car, have a slowish lap to have a look around, and then I'll see if I can make a complete tool of myself whilst driving. I have noticed in the last couple of times I've dropped into Raceroom for sort of like the Sunday Fun Leagues and the mini-series that I think they've made some major changes to the FFB that seem to be making it a lot better. I'll just move back a bit. As for some reason the default seems to be sitting on top of the steering wheel, which is fair enough. Just make it so I can actually... I always like to be in a position where I've got something blocking my view. Now, have I actually got a button set up to change the camera? I think I have. Right. I was about to go that way, but if I just move it up there out of the way, it's blocking the view. Now, I have to say, when I drove around the oval a little while ago, I thought it looked rather nice. And I have to say, it's got plenty of interesting stuff on the infield and the usual stuff on the outfield. I might be better off I'll get the right one. Might be better off in this position so the car's not quite in the way. Loads of spectators. Nice palm trees. Like I said, they seem to have improved the force feedback. That's a very lumpy curb, that is. So, don't drive on it. Loads of RVs over there. Or recreational vehicles, as they like to call them. Or as we call them, motorhomes, motor caravans. English, shared language and all that, you know. How lumpy is that curve? Oh, that's quite lumpy. But all in all, lots of nice details in the tarmac, like cracks in the tarmac, all the usual stuff. So I'm trying to remember, is that where the motorcycle section goes off, I think? Over there somewhere? I think actually the bikes come in. Do they go around that bit and then back there? They do something strange. But basically they end up not going round this bit. Bit of self-advertising, Sector 3 Studios, never heard of them. Who are they? What do they do? And then out onto the banking. Plenty of nice tyre marks on the outside of the wall there, where obviously you're meant to plough into it. At this speed, the car feels like it just wants to fall down the banking. Not surprisingly, because it's obviously not been set up to deal with the banking, more with everything else. Yeah, I have to sort of. So do I want me neck that way or that way when I'm going around the banking? That's all a bit strange. It's all a little bit generic out the back here because obviously there's no spectators or anything else, and there's just loads of these big hoardings for advertising. Whether they're genuine or not, I ain't got a clue. And we come to the bit that causes lots of people to have all sorts of issues, which is the little bus stop here. Cones to aim for. I say the texture is really nice in Raceroom. I think they've got the tarmac down to a T now. The sort of like lots of obvious tyre marks, but they're not so in your face that they stand out. You sort of notice them as you're going around, but you don't really notice them, if you know what I mean. So they're there, subliminal tyre marks. So that's a slow wrap, and my God, is there a lot of people in those stands. They're all a bit flat though. Unfortunately, they could do with sort of being a little bit more point towards you as they're coming in. And I must remember there's a place to turn off along there somewhere. Let's get back in the car. Now you see what I mean about I like to be able to drive with this right in my way. Now this car does sound really nice. I did find the other week when I was doing the Spa challenge or whatever it's called, that I found the braking was a little bit forward biased, so I think I did wind down the both the brake power and the brake bias a bit. So whether they've made some minor changes, I don't know, but we'll find out. It almost feels like it's got slightly too heavy FFB. I might still have it wound up from. But it feels really nice through there. Loads of feedback, loads of telling me what it's doing. Grinding a little bit through there, it's a little bit bumpy still. It does feel really nicely balanced. I'm not pushing as hard as possible here. A little bit of gentle understeer there. Tyres are a bit cold at the moment, but not sure where the track limits are going to be through there, but I'm sure you'll find them after a few laps. Should mention, of course, that this car doesn't have ABS, but it does have traction control, so you have to be a little bit careful to make sure your brakes are on sort and balanced properly before you dive in. I think it was 2019 where the GT car, they did a lot of rebalancing work on it and changed it quite a lot, so it doesn't have that sort of typical Porsche really heavy at the arse end feel to it. It's really nicely balanced. So if you're expecting a car that rotates a lot, you might be disappointed. Whoa, a little bit too late on the brakes here. Pushing my luck and pushing the limit. I think I was more pushing my luck than I was pushing the limit, really, but that's one of the things with these sort of courses. It's always a little bit hard sometimes to spot just where your braking point should be, so I'll just try one more lap and see if we can get things right. You can actually run right up to the edge. I hadn't been up to that point, but I've probably got the traction control set on maximum because that's what it defaults to, but you can get on the power really nice and early with that. We're actually starting to generate a little bit of heat in the tyres. I can't actually see what the rear left one is because I've got a little picture of me down in the bottom corner there. It shows what I'm doing. Right, let's try braking a little bit earlier. Can hammer it through there quite nicely. You get loads of time from not making a complete cock up at the bus stop. If anything, the FFB's a little bit too heavy. Like I said, I did whack it up. And whether I still remembered that I'd whacked it up a bit, so it might be worth having a play. So that's a quickish look at the Daytona road course and the new GT RSR 911, and I have to say, very nice for both of them. The like I said, the is it? Yeah, still got the FFB multiplier up a bit high. Probably have to turn that down about. I can't remember what the default is, but I don't think that was it. I'm sure that was what I set it to the other week, 2.2, because it was much. The FFB felt much lighter a couple of weeks ago, and it seems to. I can't remember changing anything, but I might have done. I do fiddle from time to time, but lovely looking car, drives really nicely, and well worth your VRP or DOSH, whichever you're going to pay for it with. And the Daytona course is, if you enjoy Daytona, then that's a really nice model of the aforementioned, and well worth your money as well. So that's those two, and for me that's enough for now. I have to go and do some setup work for Barcelona in ACC and see whether or not I can actually set a car up. That'll be interesting. For me, for now, that's all, and enjoy your racing, stay safe, and I'll see you soon. Goodbye.